and welcome to Underpaid Gamers Podcast. My name is Tony. I'm with my friend and colleague, Justin.
What's up?
Today we're going to talk about video games and movies.
That's right.
Welcome to the podcast.
Hit the theme song.
Straight and to the point, that's what Underpaid Gamers is all about.
That's right.
All the time.
100%. Every episode.
Yep. We don't fluff things.
No. Directly on task.
Speaking of fluff,
Let's talk about it.
you can contact us at underpaidgamerspodcast@gmail.com.
That's
you can
right.
follow us on Twitter at UPGamersPodcast.
Do it.
We're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I lost track.
A lot of things.
Other things. We have a website, underpaidgamers.com.
Mm-hmm.
Leave comments, subscribe, all the good stuff.
We got a lot of good stuff out there.
We have at least like 3 videos come out a week on our YouTube channel.
That's what's been happening.
And that's what's going to continue to happen.
Yes. No fluff.
Okay.
So,
Correct.
what do you want to talk about? What's been going on this week?
In the video game movie spectrum,
Sure.
sphincter,
Not that. Gross.
Ben Affleck, also known as Batflick, also known as the former director of the standalone Batman movie. Former.
Dang.
As in, he's no longer directing. Still writing, still producing, not directing.
Wow. Dethroned.
I don't know.
Was this his choice?
I think so. I watched one video explaining what happened and kind of read into it between the lines.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch some of his old interviews, he's been very upset with how often people have been asking him when the next Batman movie is going to come out and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And he's so beaten down about it. And I think he goes on record and says he'll announce a release date once he has a script that he approves. And so far,
they don't have yet.
He hasn't gotten a script that he approves.
Sure.
So I guess Warner Brothers has been breathing down his neck, and then he's just like, okay, I'm out. I'm not going to direct this anymore.
Dunzo.
Which is probably good for him. Not good for the Batman movie industry.
No.
But good for him personally.
Yeah.
Because
sure.
he would have to act and direct, and he's done it before. And they've been good. Like in The Town.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He did.
I've seen that.
But that's got to be difficult.
Yeah.
To act and direct. And with a big old Batman suit the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even hold the camera on that thing? He probably can't lift his arms.
Barely. I mean, he does have some pretty cool fight scenes.
Yes. I don't know.
So I walked in to my living room last night.
Oh.
Guess what they were watching? My roommate and one of my friends.
If it was Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, I would hope that you would leave.
It was Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice.
And what was your response?
My response was,
And then?
I was like, you guys know I made a podcast episode about this,
Did you get sucked in, or did you leave?
It was like the fight scene between Batman and Superman is when I walked in. So I watched that.
The middle?
Yeah. And then I watched the Doomsday thing, and I answered all the questions.
So you're saying is you got sucked in?
I got sucked in, but I went on to tell them as it was going on.
I don't know what kind of questions they were asking.
They were asking
who's this guy?
With the Doomsday?
Yeah.
They were like, what is this thing? I was like, it's Doomsday.
You mean the movie didn't explain it well enough?
No. And then I was like, when, Batman's about to kill Superman, and then all of a sudden, he's like, save Martha. And he's like, why'd you say that name?
No.
I made fun of it so hard. I was like, yep, that's exactly what would happen. We have moms with the same names, so automatically that means that this whole giant attack and planning and setup of this entire building to kill you is moot, because now our mothers, we found out, have the same name. It's like the stupidest thing.
I think either Batman and Aquaman have the same... Their fathers have the same name?
I mean, if it doesn't, then what's the glue that holds the whole story together?
Or Superman and Aquaman fathers have the same name. What I'm trying to say is Aquaman's father's name is either Clark or Thomas. No. I don't remember what Superman's does. Who cares about Superman?
I don't know.
I already know too much about
We
Superman.
already have an episode on this, so let's not keep doing that. I just thought it was
It's on
relevant
HBO.
to Ben Affleck.
I've seen it on HBO.
That's why they were watching
recently,
it.
and I'm like,
just on there.
I kind of want to watch this.
I wouldn't be opposed to watching the unedited,
the director's cut.
The director's cut that I've heard that is so much more brutal and better.
I wonder if they can just take out all the
all the
Lex
fluff?
Luthor scenes.
They liked Lex Luthor.
Why?
They thought he was good.
Do they listen to this podcast?
No.
Figures.
Obviously not.
Obviously.
But I subscribed their laptops
Hey,
to our podcast.
That's right.
That's
what's
what
up.
I did.
You should also make it auto-download and autoplay.
Yes.
Then they have to listen to it.
Yes.
So yeah, Ben Affleck is out of the directing, which is probably good for him, not good for the movie. The Flash movie has lost 2 directors. Wonder Woman development is not going well.
Yeah.
So say the rumors. Justice League, I mean,
That's out there.
Zack Snyder's directing it. Zack Snyder directed Batman v Superman.
So expect the same.
And the 2 Superman movies or something, I don't know. Let's
Yeah.
just say there's been too much Superman in just the whole world.
Look, I like the new Superman comparatively to the one we got between Christopher Reeves and our current Superman. Can't remember the guy's name.
Henry Cavill?
Yes. I like him better than that Superman. But
I
still,
thought it was the same guy. I don't know.
it's not the same guy.
I've prided myself.
You have pride
in
in.
never seen a solo Superman movie and staying conscious the whole time.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Like the old Supermans? Those are like
Yeah.
classics.
I haven't seen them.
Seriously?
Correct.
Dude.
You have never played Pokemon.
I've played Pokemon.
You never beat the Elite Four.
I've never beat Pokemon. That's different.
You never liked Bioshock. We're even.
Dude, I put as many hours into Bioshock as you have not put into Superman.
There's some noises outside.
Yeah, some people are yelling outside the window. I hope it doesn't show up in our recording. Either way,
Anyway, Superman sucks. He's all right.
yeah, like compared to everything else out there, what's going on? What's DC doing?
They don't know.
Marvel's kicking their butt. People only go
Guardians
for
of the Galaxy 2 is coming out soon, and I
Yeah.
don't know what to think. I know you're excited,
Yeah, I like the characters.
but is it going to be more of the same, or is it going to be something different? Do you want more of the same?
I want more of the same. Yes. I want more of what they did before.
What they do before that was so good.
I want to see the characters come together more. We kind of only have them introduced to each other, and then the bonding experience, which ends the movie, right?
What kind of a bonding experience are you looking forward to in part 2?
I'm just
Volume
looking.
2?
I just like just doing things together, seeing them all together,
Like
as
fighting
one.
together and...
Yeah, fighting together,
Cracking
interacting, and yeah, just like I enjoy all the characters and
All the characters? What's the girl's name?
Groot,
No.
raccoon guy,
What's the raccoon's name?
Batista.
I love all these
No,
characters. but don't
Gamora
have
is her
to-
name. Gamora is her name.
What's the raccoon's name?
Coon. Mr. Coon.
Rocket?
Rocket! I knew that. And you put me on the spot. I was ready
What's
for that.
Batista's name?
Drax.
The
The
Destroyer.
Drax. That's all. Nothing goes over my head. I am too fast.
What's What? What are you doing? The main... Who's Chris Pratt's character's name?
Dude, Star-Lord, duh.
But his actual name.
Chris Pratt?
No. The character that's not... That people call him that when it's not...
Star-Lord.
No. The other name.
Chris Pratt!
Oh my gosh. You say you like the movie, you don't even know who's in it.
Dude, I saw it 3 times in theaters because I liked it so
and
much.
you still don't know his name.
And then I bought the movie, watched it once at home.
Peter Quill.
Yeah, okay. I remember that.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't seen that movie in like a year and a half.
So?
I can still be excited for it. I don't like worship it.
You're
to
killing me.
Be excited.
You're
for the new
killing
movie.
me. What's Spider-Man's alter ego?
Bruce Wayne.
Wow, you're pretty good.
Peter Parker.
I'm impressed.
Aren't you proud of me?
I am.
No, you're
I
not.
would like to think that. I have pounded that into your head so many
Tony
times.
Stark.
Who's that?
Iron Man, dude.
No one cares about Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr.
The amount of people that care about Iron Man.
is more than Superman. Probably not.
Ooh.
Probably currently, though.
That's a...
Yeah, probably. I would say yeah. In the current generation of kids. They grew up watching Iron Man movies.
That's true.
As opposed to watching Superman movies.
Yeah, but the current generation of kids probably doesn't care about the quality of Batman v Superman.
No. Yeah.
They're probably just like, how do I turn the brightness up on my TV? I can't see half this movie. Zack Snyder.
That's some good
It's
stuff.
dark and gritty.
Too dark.
Speaking of dark and gritty,
Dark and gritty.
Square Enix.
Squeenix 30th anniversary.
That's right. They've been doing it for 30 years.
Yep.
1987.
Been releasing all them games.
Final Fantasy games.
They had a big celebration.
Did they? What'd they do? You see?
Well, I saw.
It's also
YouTube.
Final Fantasy VII's 20th anniversary.
It is.
They made 7 Final Fantasy games in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
but they also made one Final Fantasy game in 10 years. Final Fantasy 15.
Look. They expanded their repertoire and started making other games too.
All right.
They're making tons of games, not just Final Fantasy anymore. Either way,
hardly Final Fantasy anymore.
Honestly, the only thing I remember from watching like the press release of the video of them going through it was all of the like producers and executives like touching a crystal, and it was kind of like a weird moment, and I was like, this is kind of weird. It was. I mean,
was there a lot of bowing?
Mm-hmm. Final Fantasy is about crystals, you know. Like they tend to weave that into there. Yeah, you wouldn't. That's all right.
Star Wars is about crystals now.
Apparently, kyber crystals.
Kyber crystals. But Final Fantasy 15, on the topic of games, that start with Final Fantasy
and end with
end with a number. You saw their. So I guess the main characters of Final Fantasy 15 are supposed to be getting these like robotic suits that they get to wear to make them superpowered.
Really?
And they look exactly like the new Power Rangers outfits.
Seriously?
Yeah. So
I didn't see this.
So Square Enix delayed the release of the suits until they can get them fixed so that it's not copyrighted by Power Rangers.
That's hilarious. What are they doing?
That's stupid.
Yeah, so if you listened in the last few weeks, they came out with some DLC that was subpar.
Trash.
The only thing...
Basura.
This is why I don't buy season passes. I really don't. I download them individually.
The last time I bought a season pass was for Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
And...
I don't even do it for shooters, because by the time the third one rolls around, which is... The third one, like, is the discount one, right? Because by the end of it... like
the fourth one's technically the discount one. Well... Yeah. If I bought the season pass for Black Ops 2 for $40, and each map pack individually is $15.
Yeah.
So I guess the third one
would be
$5 off.
Right. So for me, like, usually I'm done playing a game after like 3 months.
I played Black Ops 2 the whole lifespan, except the only problem I had was PS3 DLC came out after Xbox One. So the last DLC for Black Ops 2 on PS3 came out like a week before the next Call of Duty came out.
That's stupid.
And I was like,
what's the point?
This is dumb.
Yeah, so
except the next Call of Duty sucked, so I still played Black Ops 2.
3?
I meant to say I bought the season pass for 2, did not buy the season pass for 3.
Yeah.
I stopped after 2.
I honestly just don't buy season passes anymore because I can't tell when I'm buying the game if I'm gonna enjoy it enough to want to re-download all the DLC for it. So,
what do you think if someone like made a list and they said, this is the game, $60, this is the 4 expansions that are coming out this year, this is what's detailed in them, buy a season pass. Would you be like, okay, that makes a lot of sense, or would you be like, why is that stuff not already in the game?
Yeah.
Like, outline DLC preemptively. Yeah. Do you think that kind of goes against the structure of surprise DLC? Like, or would there be a backlash of people being like, why is that not in the game to begin with?
You know, I already feel like there is some backlash to DLC. I wrote an article about this because I get really frustrated with some companies and how they deal with DLC. Like loot drops and boxes and loot boxes, really, supply drops in Call of Duty. I think that most of the companies of games that I buy, so like Bethesda, Naughty Dog, sure.
Recently,
dude. I know you probably want to watch the Super Bowl after this. I just want to go home and play Uncharted 4.
I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl after this.
I don't know. I think if you have a good developer, DLC adds to the game, as opposed to hollows out the game. And it's like, you know, do you know what I mean by that?
When I think of DLC, I always think of Destiny.
Yeah.
Pretty much because they've had a 2-year life cycle, 2.5-year life cycle of just DLC since the original game came out. And it's completely different now.
But I feel like Destiny's a different type of game than
it is,
say, an RPG.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like semi-MMO-ish.
But Overwatch, you could say, has DLC with new characters and Ensombra, new levels, new game modes.
Sure, all for free.
Does that count as DLC?
I think so.
If you don't pay for it?
Yeah. Because it's downloadable content,
Yeah, I mean, it's free DLC.
It's free DLC, which is the best way to do it. EVE Online, as opposed to World of Warcraft. So MMOs were like some of the first big ones that started doing big DLC drops, like expansions.
Mattress stores. Mail-in rebates.
There you go.
DLC. DLC for it.
World of Warcraft, the expansion in the game is like another $30, another $60 when it drops.
Yep.
EVE Online, every few months, it's free. No.
How much is WoW, do you think?
I think it's...
like the vanilla.
$15 a month.
What?
Yeah.
That's so expensive.
Yeah, that's how much EVE is.
What?
I think it's like 13 now.
You pay that every month?
But now there's a free to play. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
When I play it.
Oh my gosh. But if you don't keep
I played for
playing,
like a month or two at a time.
if you don't keep playing, it still holds all your stats and everything.
Yeah. So I've been doing since 2006.
Anyways,
2007.
let's say, what's a game you're looking forward to that would have applicable DLC?
Probably Prey.
Okay.
Prey. Or Horizon Zero Dawn might.
Are you interested to play that?
Yeah.
First of all,
I'm not as interested in, I know you're really excited, like that's your number one you're looking forward to this year.
I don't know about this year because Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out this year too.
Yeah, I think
but
Red Dead 2 is
what I'm looking forward to most because it comes out February 28th and then there's nothing until maybe summer and then fall. And I'm not getting a Switch because why would I? Right?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Got a pretty big tax return. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Why a Switch?
Maybe if there's a Zelda bundle. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Man. Oh, man. So, first of all, Horizon Zero Dawn, they went on record and say that there's not going to be any microtransactions in it, which is, I guess, nice to hear.
Yeah.
But we're also in this point
must
where
have been lied to before about this. Not from them.
Not from Guerrilla, but
Call of Duty.
By other people. But I don't know. Call of Duty is based on microtransactions. DLC is microtransactions.
Now it is.
Well, I mean, ever since DLC first came out, they never said that's different. So microtransactions is different from a supply drop. If we're talking about Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is
like, you want the skin?
Yeah.
Here's $2. I get the skin. Is that what you're meaning by microtransaction?
Kind of. So Horizon Guerrilla went on record and said that there's not going to be any microtransactions in it. And there was some gameplay released recently.
Mm-hmm.
Whole bunch of different companies, whole bunch of different game news journalists went and got to play the game, and they got to record like 20 minutes of gameplay, but it couldn't be like 5 consecutive minutes of in the game, blah, blah, blah. So there's a whole bunch of different videos out of different people playing.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. Sure. However, I watched one and strayed away from it because I'm like, I don't want to watch a whole bunch of this before I play the game because I think it's going to be awesome. But there are like reward boxes maybe kind of for like leveling up. So you can open it up and you get reward or something like that. I wasn't very clear on it. I didn't do a lot of research, but I think there's something like that. But there's not going to be any microtransactions. Okay. But let's say there's a game that you're very interested in and that you would think you would play for a long time.
Yeah.
So you've played Overwatch on and off since it came out. Sure. I've definitely played on and on since it came out.
I mean, you have way more hours than I do.
But that's kind of the gamer I am when it has something competitive that I can play. So I played Smite a lot.
Yeah.
I played, obviously, Call of Duty I played a lot. I'm playing Overwatch a lot.
Sure.
When I want to do something multiplayer games obviously have a longer longevity.
Yeah.
But let's say, like, Fallout 4.
Yeah.
So Fallout 4 is a game that you enjoyed a lot. You got a platinum trophy on it. You played the poop out of it.
I did.
Let's say they released it, and while they released it, they also had a pack that said, on these dates, we're going to release this DLC, and this is what's in that DLC. You're going to buy them individually, 4 of them, $15, or Season Pass, and get Season Pass for $40, get so much off. Would them outlining it like that, would you then put money down the Season Pass on a trusted developer like Bethesda?
Yeah, I would say be more prone to. I mean, I feel like I haven't done this in a long time, but if it is a developer that I trust, I would say, looking at it, I would make a judgment based on what they're saying they're going to add. And then decide.
Yeah. I haven't spent a lot of money on DLC in a long time. I haven't spent a lot of money on video games in a long time other than just buying games. The last game I bought was Watch Dogs 2 or Rise of the Tomb Raider. I don't know which one came out last. Both are good games.
Yeah. I saw Watch Dogs 2 at a price drop this week.
Did it?
Yeah.
Speaking of price drops,
dun, dun, dun.
The Last Guardian. Permanent price drop to $40. $20 price drop. It came out a month and a half ago. Well, 2 months ago.
Yeah, roughly.
About a month and a half. So now it's $40 everywhere, including on the PSN store. And games, first of all, don't hardly ever drop that much unless something's gone on.
Sales numbers are probably they're not flying off the shelves like they thought they would. I mean, everywhere I've gone, like when a game's really popular, it's hard to find or there's only a few copies. Like when I go to Walmart or Target or GameStop, there are lots of Last Guardians. Like they've overstocked them, I think, and I think that's a
mistake.
There's a lack of demand than what they probably expected.
Could you blame them?
It's a game I'd be interested to play.
Really?
I'm not gonna. I obviously didn't drop $60 on it. It's one of those games that when it hits like 20 or 30,
really,
I'll consider it.
I have a hard time buying anything in the gaming world now, even if it's cheap. Like, I'll throw $60 out on a game if I believe in it, but like, if I see a game that I'm kind of like, maybe yes or maybe no. If it's $20, I'll be like, that's too much.
Well, I think time is also a resource that we think of when we buy games. At least I do. Like, do I really, like, if I'm going to go out and buy, like, a cheapo game just for the sake of buying a game, how much time am I really going to put into it? And is it worth the time that I have the game to play this game? I consider that a lot more now, too. So, I buy less games now than I did 2 years ago on a consistent basis.
Because there's less time in the world, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm busier.
Because we're moving ever so slowly closer to the sun, rotating faster. The days are shorter. Sure. Are we on the same wavelength?
No.
No? All right.
Well,
once your eyes open up to the truth, and you see the world is doomed.
What are you talking about?
We'll be on the same page.
I'm so confused right now.
Speaking of doomed worlds,
are you just trying to make a transition out of that?
Bethesda's Prey trailer came out.
Yes, he did.
A new one.
Yeah.
A gameplay trailer.
Yeah, I found some gameplay trailers that were fresh.
Fresh to death.
Like a week
ago.
The
freshest.
Like within a week.
The illest.
And we watched parts of it.
Mostly you.
Mostly me. Tony's not. I don't know.
Not that interesting.
Like, can you tell me, like, what level of interest on a scale from 1 to 10 do you have in Prey?
Like 2.
Like a 2?
Yeah. Assuming 1's the lowest.
Why do you, yeah, one would be the lowest. Why so low?
I don't know. Not interested in it. Don't know anything about it. The gameplay looked all right. From what I saw. I mean, we were talking about it. It looks like... Who released the gameplay trailer? Just Arcane Studios?
GameSpot had a trailer, and then Arcane Studios had one with, like, some of their team
gameplay
talking about
So Arcane showed some of the stuff, and it looks a lot like Dishonored. I mean, Arcane made Dishonored, so that makes sense. And it also looks a lot like Bioshock, and I really like Bioshock. And I really like Dishonored. I really like both of them.
Yeah.
But what I saw was just like... It reminded me also of Dead Space, kind of. You're kind of like what I assume to be like a space station.
Yeah.
And it's a first-person shooter. I know Dead Space is third-person. And
it is.
Third-person horror.
And it's more...
They're not the same. But this one looked a little horror-filled.
Some spooky stuff.
But if anything, I would say it's a combination of Dishonored and Bioshock.
Yeah, gameplay looked like that for sure.
Which are two very good games.
Yeah.
And I want to play Dishonored 2. I have Dishonored 1. I just... it's not on my radar. It comes out in like May. Maybe if I see more stuff or I hear good
2017.
things. That's right. Maybe if I'm done with Horizon by then, which I'm sure I will be. Like, how long can Horizon last? But at the same time, Overwatch keeps pulling me in.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing I've been struggling with, too, is that Overwatch is a lot of fun, especially when you guys are on. And I've been, like, challenging myself, like, setting specific goals within, like, ranked play and things. And
like what?
Like...
Get into a specific rank?
No. Like, play a certain amount of ranked games.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel that my initial impulse is not to do ranked because it means something. But at the same time, the ranked play should be people at your level. Like, that's the point of the system. And so it's better than...
It's not always true.
No, it's not always true. But, I don't know. I've been really challenging myself not to be afraid to play ranked.
Yeah.
So really, anytime I'm on and that you guys aren't, I play ranked.
I like play ranked because you get the gold or whatever it is to buy golden weapons. That's what I want. It takes forever.
Yeah. But I just like setting goals now and like trying to achieve them as I go through.
Who do you play in ranked mostly? You try to fill?
Diva mostly. I mean I've played Lucio and I've played Mercy because nobody else will sometimes.
I can't do it.
I hate it. I don't enjoy it usually. I'm so bad with Lucio. I watch all these like I watch the subreddit for Overwatch, and there's all these dudes playing Lucio and they're like going outside the map doing all these crazy things.
Booping people off.
And I can like barely ride the wall.
you gotta change the control scheme.
I'm so bad at it.
You can't jump with X with Lucio. You gotta switch it. I switched it.
Yeah.
I switched my L1 to my X button, so I jump with L1 and switch with X. Super weird. Can't get used to it.
Yeah.
But the only way... Because with jumping on the PS4, you jump with X, but you also look with the right stick.
So you can't look and jump at the same time.
Yeah, and in order to wall ride...
You have to hold X.
You have to hold X, so you can't aim and wall ride at the same time, so you have to switch it if you want to play Lucio.
So anyways, yeah, rank play's been fine. I think I have like 2 or 3 hours this season on Diva. Playtime, and then like less than an hour on a few other characters.
What about Sombra? What about your girl Sombra?
Dude, I haven't played Sombra even a minute, I don't think. I think I played Roadhog once. Dude, I love Roadhog. I don't know what's happened to me. I used to not like Roadhog at all, but now I love Roadhog.
He's awesome.
With a good team where everybody like actually groups up and like sits together, you can like pull people so well out of the mix, and it's so much fun.
So the PS4 is in beta for its current update 4.5. The biggest thing I've seen for it, the most exciting for me, and hopefully other listeners, you listeners there, is it's going to get external hard drive support. Up to 8 terabytes.
There we go.
Which is a lot.
That is a many terabytes.
I have a 500 gigabyte PS4, and it's filled up once or twice, but I am constantly deleting things off of it to make room.
Me too. Every game I buy, I have to delete something else.
Yeah, but I do it intentionally. Like, I like to have it at the lowest possible. I upload all my stuff, my saves to the cloud, because there's like 10 gigs of storage on the cloud or something like that. So there's always So I don't need all this extra space, because I like to keep it clean and tidy. But I know other people like to have everything on at once. Like, I want to play this game, I want to play this game, I don't want to have to download this. So, like, I don't have GTA 5 installed or any of the memory stuff on my PS4. But sometimes there was a time where my friends, like 3 months after we stopped playing, they're like, hey, we're going to play GTA for the next week. I'm like, okay. So I downloaded GTA 5. That took like 4 hours. And then I installed, and that took like 4 hours. That's ridiculous. So I guess 8 terabytes would be nice. But I don't need it. But it's currently in beta, so we'll see what happens.
I think it's only positive. To anybody who doesn't care, it's not hurting them. And people who do care, they love it.
There you go.
Net positive.
Ayo. Should we go back to Prey? We didn't talk about Prey much.
We didn't. I kind of just asked you a question.
What did you... Why? I don't know how we got off topic. We talked about Overwatch.
We did.
Again. Why are you so excited about Prey?
So reasons...
We're at number 1 through 10. Excitement. Level.
Probably a 8. Maybe 7.
How excited are you for Horizon?
Between 7 and 8. Probably a 6.
Nice.
So, definitely a game I'm looking to get.
Prey.
Both.
Oh, okay.
Prey, right now, I'm probably going to buy. When it drops, hopefully.
Well, let's say they have a season pass, and they outline everything for the year in advance. $40, you get a $15 discount. What do you think?
Do it. No. Reasons why I'm excited for Prey.
You don't like Bioshock. You never played Dishonored.
I may or may not have picked up Dishonored, the definitive edition.
Oh, yeah?
This weekend.
Oh.
For $20.
There you go. There's $20.
So I was actually deciding if I wanted to get Dishonored 2 or Dishonored 1. And I thought, when I looked at both of them, I found Dishonored 2 for $30.
Oh, where's that at?
Meyer.
Oh.
And then I found Dishonored 1 for $20. And my thought process was Dishonored Definitive Edition has all the DLC for it. I haven't played it before. That's true. So story-wise, it would make more sense to play the first one first.
That's true.
And I'll have all the DLC for it, so if I love it, I can just play the crap out of it.
That's true.
It's just one of those games I missed on PS3.
That's true.
And then that will also inform me to buy the second one. Which is, if you look at it by dollars and cents, that's a 50% increase from Dishonored 1 to Dishonored 2, right? An extra $10. So...
Hardly. I mean, your math stands, but that's hardly anything.
Dude, every dollar counts. So, to me, it made more sense. I think it made more sense for me to buy Dishonored.
That's 1 month that you don't get to play Eve.
Yeah.
But you don't play Eve right now.
I'm not playing Eve right now.
There you go. You could have got
it. Yeah.
But you have you played it?
Everybody plays Eve.
Have you played Dishonored?
I installed it last night.
You had to bring out the old PS3?
I got it for PS4.
Oh, is the definitive edition on PS4?
Yep, the HD remaster.
Sweet. That's super easy.
Yeah. So I was excited to play that. That's another reason why I want to play Uncharted 4 tonight, because I want to use this as another motivation to just push it through, finish it off, and then I can start Dishonored, which will be my next game, because there's really nothing coming out soon that I'm gonna buy right when it drops.
You can definitely beat Dishonored before Horizon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If you're gonna get it when it drops. So if you're a 6 out of 10 of excitement on Horizon, does that mean you'd drop $60 on it? Is that equated?
I think it depends on my budget of the month. That if it's an 8 or a 9 or a 10, I'm shifting my budget to buy the game.
Oh.
I'm gonna like budget $60 to buy a game.
Yeah.
If it's like in the middle, it means I might wait for like a price drop to like $40 to get it. And if it's like a low priority, I'll buy it when it's 20 or lower if I can get it used.
Mass Effect comes out in March too. Are you excited for that? Andromeda? It's like Horizon Zero Dawn's the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Switch is March 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Mass Effect's like March 10th. I don't know what the date is, but I know it's all real quick.
Yeah. I've seen like every promotion that's come out for Mass Effect Andromeda as it's been dropping, and I'm really not like super excited. It's one of those games that I've enjoyed the series up to now, with the exception of the ending of 3, which was a little bit convoluted.
Of course, you have to say that.
I mean,
people are listening, Justin.
I know. I have to cover my butt, but at the same time, I did enjoy the game overall, and I like the fact that your decisions shape the game. Any role-playing game that uses that, where your decisions shape the ending, they shape the overall like conflict in the game. You know,
Dishonored does that really well.
Which is what like tipped me. I was like, man, I really want to buy this game because I was reading the back and I was like, oh my gosh,
yep,
look at that! All those Game of the Years, I haven't played it.
That's true.
So, that being said, Prey, it sounds like, from what they've said, there's, to some extent, you can affect the outcome of the game in different ways. Mass Effect is the same thing, but I've also played Mass Effect games before. Mm-hmm. It's not like a new series. So it's a game, that game specifically, I'm probably going to get...
Which is that game?
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Mass Effect.
I'm probably going to wait to get that game until price drops. Again.
Which you would think would happen faster than...
Right, because it's an RPG.
There's multiplayer on it.
Yeah, but multiplayer in Mass Effect in the past, Mass Effect 3, for instance, had multiplayer.
You know Mass Effect Andromeda is not being made by BioWare, the same people that made 1, 2, 3.
It's not?
No.
Wait, who's making it?
It's made. Some of the team members have transferred over,
yeah,
but it's not the same studio.
EA?
I couldn't tell you. I just know that it's not BioWare.
I think it's EA. Because
EA made Mass Effect the first time.
3,
I assume
right?
they have the rights to it. I'm sure that
they probably just shifted a team.
They're producing it,
yeah,
but they're not making it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what team it is.
Interesting.
But an informed buyer is something. I don't know what's the saying.
There's
a saying about informed buyers.
I don't know.
Can we talk about Prey?
Yes. Wow, we keep getting sidetracked. Prey. So reasons why I'm excited. Number 1, Bethesda. That name alone.
Also, the Bethesda did Dishonored, and it took you years to pick it up.
I know. Secondly, sci-fi.
Okay.
Which I enjoy sci-fi.
That's
and this
true.
is a new sci-fi story.
Mm-hmm.
I have found the trailers intriguing.
Ooh.
I think
they're doing their job.
They're doing a good job with marketing it to me. I never really played Half-Life. I never got through BioShock.
Unfortunately.
I haven't played Dishonored yet.
Correct.
Though I plan to remedy that soon.
Do you ever think that if Dishonored and Prey are very similar, you'll be burnt out on the Dishonored type actions by the time Prey comes out?
Maybe.
So,
I'm going to play Horizon Zero Dawn probably between those.
I guess that's true.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, Dishonored might inform my decision to buy
Prey.
Just since it's come out, just the idea.
I worry about that.
Of this, really?
Yeah, like Horizon Zero Dawn is very open world RPG like.
Yeah.
I've been straying away from those recently.
Why? Because of the time sink?
No, just because I don't want to get burnt out on it. Like, oh, I'm in a completely different world, blah blah blah. But it still feels like it's doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. The last open world RPG I played was Watch Dogs, which was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it.
Sure.
But now I've been playing like 6 other types of games just to kind of cleanse the palate.
Yeah, sure. I think that's fair. Playing different types of games all the time is good. Mm-hmm. You know. So that's why I'm excited for Prey. Really, it's just been the story seems interesting to me. So I'm a huge sci-fi buff. I enjoy scouring Netflix for like the best B-movie sci-fi that I can find. I watch like crappy sci-fi movies all the time.
Nice.
So I'm a huge fan of the genre.
More like a huge nerd.
I'm a huge nerd. Hey-o.
Am I right, listeners?
Yeah. You're right. You right. No doubt. So yeah, that's why I'm excited, really. I mean, I don't have any like big reasons besides the trailers and gameplay and
it did look good.
And like
the gameplay looked
reputations of the
Bethesda.
Well,
I mean, this is
Bethesda.
This is I think technically Prey 3.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I think.
Has there been praise before this?
There's been a Prey before this. I know at least one. So this is either one
From
a sequel
Bethesda?
or three a trequel.
I have no idea.
A triquel, if you will. A Triwizard Tournament.
Huh? Gross.
So, on your phone, you have an app installed.
I do have an app
Fire
installed.
Emblem Heroes.
It came out this week.
Fire Emblem Heroes made $2.8 million the first day it was launched.
Seriously?
Yes.
Wow.